Okay, this is just a really quick video on a follow-up of my Benchmade Osborne 940-2. I got this knife a couple of weeks ago, and a couple of subscribers had asked me if I could do a follow-up after I use it for a while, and here it is. So, you know, because it's kind of an expensive knife. It's 170 bucks, and you know, people don't want to, just go spend that kind of money, and neither did I really, but I got talked into it. But that being said, I have to say my biggest problem with this knife is that I love this knife. So the problem with that is I really haven't found any other knives that that tickle my fancy, so my knife buying has stopped. I bought 2 last week, but those were on order already, so those don't even count. So this knife really satisfies all my needs in an everyday knife. It's extremely light, 2.5 ounces or so. It's very sturdy, sharp as anything. It's a nice looking knife. At first I didn't like these little green spaces on them. Now they sort of grow on me. Anyone who sees this knife, friends of mine, they're like, what the heck is that? And you know, they love it. And it's just a great knife. It's very ergonomic. Haven't had to use it in a self-defense situation yet, but I'm sure if I had to, if I was out of alternatives, it would work fine, because this tanto, or reverse tanto I should say, point is extremely sharp, and you know, it would do the trick if needed, and I hope it never is needed. But anyway, the only problems I've had with this knife, and I just want to put everything out there and be upfront with it, is when I first got the knife, I was cutting the palm of my hand a lot, right there. And the reason that was happening was this axis lock was really, really stiff. And what happens is when you squeeze this and close it, it was just cutting my hand. So I have like a whole bunch of slashes there. But I built up calluses, plus the lock has broken in beautifully. So it's really easy to flick and play with now without cutting yourself, which is always a nice thing. In a knife, we don't really want to cut our own hands open. So that was problem number one with it. The other problem that I got with it was when I first got this knife, if you saw my first video on it, I thought it was used. And the reason I thought it was used is because this pocket clip was so worn. And you could see there's still a lot of wear on it. And I actually called Benchmade and I asked them about that, and wasn't really crazy about their answer, to be honest with you. And because their answer was, well, we put a lot of quality into the actual knife itself, and the clip is just a painted pocket clip. And you know, again, I didn't really like to hear that. When you spend that kind of money on a knife, you want every part of the knife to be good. But to their credit, I will say that I got in the mail yesterday from Benchmade right here. They sent me some new pocket clips, and what I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to pick one of these. So what these clips are, this one here is a let's see, this is a one with the little hole in it, like a skeletonized clip right there. So that's the first one they sent me. The second one they sent me looks to be exactly like the one no, it's actually different too. So that's actually different. So there's another one. Oh, what that is a deep pocket clip. I could see that right there. So actually I might try that one. So the next one they sent is a deep pocket clip, and the third one is also looks like a deep pocket clip, but it's just in stainless steel without the you know, without the black finish on it. So you know, I gotta say that was really nice of them. They rushed that out. They didn't have to do that. So you know, they get a A+ from me in the customer service department. So thank you, Benchmade, for sending me these. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna probably pause this video at the end and put one of these on. I'm not sure which one I want to put on though, so that maybe I won't. But anyway, so to give you an idea about this knife, besides, you know, cutting myself and I didn't like the pocket clip, it is a extremely sharp knife. So here's a BMW folder that I got here, so I was buying a Christmas present for my wifey. She won't watch this video, so she won't know. Anyway, so I was doing some cutting on it, and you could see this is kind of a thick stock right here. So let's see if I could get this on camera. So the future of luxury is here. So let's see what we could do if the future of luxury is there. We could just cut that like it's butter. And I have to say that I'm not really a, I'm not a camper or a hard use guy. I'm a city guy. And I've used this knife all week. Every opportunity I've had, I've just whipping this sucker out and cutting anything that I could cut with this knife. So boxes, strings, cords, anytime in any of my businesses something needs cutting, I'm the guy to do the cutting. And it's sharp as anything, so I don't feel that I'm going to have to sharpen it anytime soon, because really I don't have a good knife sharpener anyway. I understand that Benchmade has a lifetime sharpening service on it. But anyway, so nothing more I could say about this knife. It's a beautiful knife. Even at first I wasn't crazy about these green alloy back spacers, but now I sort of like them. It's they catch my eye. So so it really grew on me. The only thing, like I said, that was knocking was this pocket clip, and I'm gonna change over on that, and we'll see how that goes. So anyway, so probably not gonna do it now. So everyone's seen what a pocket clip looks like. So I'll just put a deep pocket clip on it most likely, and maybe in another video we'll follow up on that. All right, so my recommendation is it's a fantastic knife. If you're looking for a very light 2.5 ounce knife, go with this Benchmade Osborne 940-2. It's a gorgeous knife. It's surpassed my expectations, and that's it. When I first got it, I wasn't crazy about it, and but it's certainly grown on me. The only other thing I could see now in my foreseeable future is a Chris Reeves Sebenza. I really did not want to open up this can of worms and stop buying expensive knives, but a good friend of mine just got one, and he's got a big channel, and when he does it, I'm going to actually put a link up on his video. And he just bought a Chris Reeves Sebenza, and I know the second I see it in person that I'm going to want that exact same knife too. So we share mutual addictions. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Always appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe if you're not already. Thanks very much. Take care. Okay, this is part 2, and what I did was I took the original clip off right here, and I'm keeping it in a bag in case I want to put back. So that is the original clip, and this original one had 3 holes right there, as you could see, and that was a regular pocket carry, and I replaced it with the black 2-screw deep pocket carry. And you can see now this clip is almost flush with the bottom of the actual knife. So when this fits in a pocket like so, not much of the knife is sticking out, as you can see, like that. So if that was sticking out of a pocket, the knife would just be deep like that, whereas before I would say it was like that at least. So more of the knife stuck out before, maybe even a little bit more, maybe like that much stuck out before. So with this deep pocket clip, which by the way seems to be a better metal than the original too. So we'll see what happens. So I put it on nice and tight. I'm going to try it out, and then I'll probably use some number 2 blue Loctite on it if I decide to keep this particular clip. But so far so good, and that's it. Thanks for watching.